Okay, here we are in very close proximity to a well-known establishment which will remain unnamed at the moment because I don't want to give away all my secrets. This is going to be a little example for those who would like to take a little trip into how I live my life through the lens of a camera rather than having to experience it in reality. Okay, here we are on a piece of property. It's a good location because it's very convenient to things that I need. And another thing that's very important about a location, it's got to be located in a place that gives you an excuse for being in the area, walking around, because you're going to have to leave camp to get water and to get food and to do whatever and to come back. So you're going to be leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. You're going to be walking close to the camp area on a road, and if you don't look like you belong there, because there's no establishments, there's no motels, there's no stores, it's not going to last very long. Okay, so that's a really big tip. And two, you want to come in and you want to check out the area to see if it's been used by a bunch of homeless people and ruined. If you see that there's a lot of junk and garbage and stuff like that, obviously if you have to set up in a pinch, it's going to rain that night or for 2 days, you'll just have to deal with it. But you definitely don't want to be in an area that shows evidence that there's been a lot of people camping out in the area. It becomes very hot, the cops know about it, and people start to check on it because, you know, it's just what happens with these jerks that camp out and trash the place. So there's no garbage here. It doesn't look like it's ever been used. If anybody did use it, they were pretty good about it, like how I would go about doing it. So here's an example of a spot. It's prime location because it's convenient and it gives you an excuse to be in the area when you leave to go get your water and you come back when you have your water. You're gonna have to come back and forth. This is good cover. People are going by close to me right now and nobody's seeing me. I could set up a tarp right here. This ground isn't super perfect. I could clear this area out in here. It's a little cluttered, but the ground is a little flatter. I could set up a tent, like a brown tent, a tent or a brown tarp maybe, or a green tarp, a camouflage color tarp, anything like that. I could even stagger some, even more blinds and camouflage and stuff like that I could take from another part of the woods. And I could stick it up through this area here, and this is all natural. So this is an example of how I would go about finding a camp. Okay. Now I'm not going to set up here, but I am going to keep this in mind. And I use this as an example to show viewers, of what I would look for. Location. And then you want, a reason to be there. Is there motels and Walmarts and, grocery stores or various other things, You want that kind of stuff in the area because you want a reason to come and go when you're walking around. When I'm walking around, there's like a parking lot over there and there's like a little road that goes out to the main road. So I want to make sure I don't stick out like a sore thumb when I have to leave this spot to go get water. And if there was no establishment there, no place, it was just farms and stuff, and I wouldn't last too long here because people would see me and they would become suspicious. But because the area has establishments, it gives me a reason, an excuse, or what I call an alibi for being there. Well, I could see I'm this close to a parking lot, see? I don't know if you can see the cars parked through there, but there they are. Well, anyways, that's just a quick example of how I would go about finding a place to bed down for the night, set up a tarp, tent, or establish a campsite for, this I would consider more of a short-term basis. Anyways, Noah Road, over and out for now.